Hey Rick, you're not sleeping, are you?
Sleeping? Too much fucking life to do.
What? For a second, I thought you were a little bitch for a second.
Fucking never, man.
Wow. What are you working on this morning?
My clients, baby.
What tasks have you got planned?
To be a full-time mad bastard.
Well, obviously. So you're doing check-ins, right?
Yeah, check-ins. Sunday, maybe.
Anything else? Any programs update or anything?
Programs, new clients starting. So, yeah, busy day.
Busy day. Easy. And then what are we doing later?
Going to a bodybuilding competition.
What class are you competing
in? Heavyweights.
Key. So, I'm doing similar work, working on an updated program for a client, and then check-ins also. Then we're going to do some Facebook posts for today, which we will likely keep away from bodybuilding topics for obvious reasons, given that they're all going to be on stage. But yeah, that's us for the morning, and we'll see you in a bit. Let's go!
Where are we going?
We're going to RIBBF Spring Classic. It is 10:20 a.m. and first class are on at 10:30. So we're gonna grab ourselves some monsters, get fucking hyped for a day of sitting down and watching fucking bikini girls and guys in thongs, because yeah! So we also have a triage client competing, Niall Moore, and he's competing in the physique division. So he's gonna be on stage about 3:45 p.m. So he's coming off Kildare at the moment, and we've been meeting him shortly, hopefully get a chat and introduce you guys to him.
And what are you doing for his peak week and today? Do you have anything special planned?
Nothing special, nothing crazy. All we've done is kind of brought calories up from the deficit that they were in, and pulled training back as the week kind of went on, increasing carbohydrates gradually. Yesterday Niall had 600 grams of carbs, and then today he's having his average meal size that he's used to digesting, so that we're not putting an extra burden on the digestive system and risking any bloating or spilling over as such. So yeah, nothing crazy, no crazy manipulation of water or anything. The only water kind of stipulation I would have would be in the 2 hours before the show. We're not going to encourage him to like drink too much water, simply because he could pee on stage, or need to be on stage rather. Hopefully there'll be no out on stage.
Yes, now.
To each?
To each, yeah.
They look fucking horny. Milk chocolate cappuccino. We just get two, and then we get coffees down there.
No, we have to get, what
Coffees
if we need
as well.
them? What if we need them?
True. If you're falling asleep, I'll fucking IV this. Straight into you.
Shotgun it. Get some chewing gum as well.
They'll surely have loads of protein bars down there, will they?
So we get some protein bars, 2 protein bars.
Thanks.
Here.
The Nutrimino ones are fucking horny.
No, definitely not getting Neutrino. You're an idiot.
They're actually my 2 favourites that I would have bought.
Well, on like the dark chocolate one, I actually think it's on par with the milk chocolate one.
The white chocolate and the purple one are just too sickening.
Yeah, no, they're not great.
What I'll do is, you video, I'm going to fly towards you and then go over your head, and then I'm going to switch to the drone camera when
Got 5 minutes, guys.
Yes, Carl!
Front double bicep.
Kill him, Carl!
Okay, guys, you can stand back now.
Right, Gary, we were just watching some of your IBBF. We just saw our main man,
Cathal
O'Brien, competing. He
Yes,
took
sir.
third. I thought it was fix. What are your thoughts
I
of the
think-
competition as a whole?
I think Cathal probably should have got second, and you could put up an argument for first, but anyway, we don't get worried about that. Cathal was fucking
I
sick.
thought he was sexy.
Oh man, I would like anyway. As for the rest of the classes, what else did we see? We saw
That guy in the under
oh, that
23s.
juniors.
That
There
juniors,
was a fella that was junior. Oh man, he was juicy as fuck. I don't
Looked
believe
like
he was
two
under 23.
humans.
Literally looked like he was 2 humans. Each leg was like me. But we're going for food now. And then we're going to be watching men's physique when we come back. So Niall's going to be in that. So it's going to be good fun. In the meantime,
Who else did we see? We saw
who else?
Lachlan Gannon.
Oh, we met Lachlan. He is actually big.
He is literally the juiciest human I've ever seen. In person, anyway, and I've been to a few fucking
Yeah,
bodybuilding
seen a few
expos and
bodybuilders.
seen a few big bodybuilders.
Blessing is
and
also creeping around
Oh,
the place.
Blessing!
Oh, baby.
Oh, he literally is a blessing to the Irish fit fam. I don't care what anyone says. That guy is. Boom, boom.
Keep vlogging until we get into the car because Laura will get all embarrassed.
Laura, embarrassed.
She'll be like, get the camera.
Which
away
one's
from
her car?
The Offaly.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Just fucking.
She's gonna be like, oh, ashamed and shit.
Why would you be ashamed, guys?
Doesn't like when I put her on camera.
Why not?
She's getting better though.
She's our videographer.
Yeah.
She should be on
So
camera.
this is the triage videographer now coming up.
She doesn't do any of the editing. Wait, no, wait.
Oh no.
Gary, what are you doing? Gary, please. Gary,
What? I'm lying down.
why?
Because it's comfy.
Where?
In Laura's bed.
You horny bastard.
How does that make me horny?
You were sniffing her
You
fucking
have a
blanket.
sick mind.
You were sniffing her blanket.
It's not her blanket, it's her dressing gown.
That's even worse.
How?
You're a scumbag.
This is Theo.
I'm gonna get the food now. Come back in for final. See you later.
Better not get too excited rubbing him now.
Yeah, fuck's supposed to.
Thoughts?
Am I too fat? She didn't want to rub me.
I can do your town if you want.
Shout out to Gary for giving me a salted caramel donut. I love you, man.
This is real coaching. This is on.
So Bryce.
Vitamin superset.
too, appreciate it.
You're so good.
We have another donut.
You have another donut? Hold on.
It's Junior.
Oh, that's better.
There we go.
Virgin Manny.
When was the last time you had a donut?
Junior.
January. Are they good?
Absolutely incredible. Just the nicest thing I've ever eaten.
So how are you feeling after the show?
Brilliant. I'm so happy that I did it.
Happy to be getting back to normal life.
So happy that I got you to coach me through it.
Thank you, sir.
Help me.
Do you want to do
Is it on?
mid-show
I'm doing a call out video. Is it on? Is it on? Shit themselves on stage.
Oh, I forgot to record. Now it's recording. Go again.
Videographer, my fucking ass.
Nada. Class 2. Me versus Larry Doyle.
Ha! Larry hasn't got a chance.
Larry Doyle, you haven't got a chance. What you reckon, Rick?
Too easy.
Too easy? Class
And I'm
1?
going to go class 1.
You versus
Lock Gannon. No hope of him even fucking coming close. I'm going to be like fucking 130 kilos on stage. He's going to be there like, what, 115, 116. I'm like... Thoughts on the pussification of the Western world these days?
I think it's terrifying that we are essentially degenerating as a human race into, as you said, pussified species rather than the savages that we're supposed to be.
And what do you think about this whole like acceptance of, I'm gonna say not degeneracy, because you know, like, it's not really degenerate behavior, but like behaviors and, I don't know, portrayals of people that, you know, accept, I'm gonna call it weakness, you know, an inability to be disciplined, an inability to take ownership of what you have done, what others have done to you, still your life, but just that inability to own your life.
I actually think it has like the entire opposite effect that we should be looking to achieve. Like if you consider things like obesity, like the more we accept obesity, the more it's gonna become the norm. And like obesity is bad, like full stop. Like it is bad for everything. And like if we promote the acceptance of that, then we're essentially just accepting that as a human race we are like regressing.
Yeah, and like this isn't to take away from people who genuinely have these conditions. Like anxiety is a thing. Like it's not like, oh, we're just saying all mental health issues are just nonsense and it's not a real thing. But like you always think back to like, what if you had to deal with it? What if it was 100% on you? Like we were talking earlier on about, like, say my granddad, he was in World War II. Like got blown up, like proper blown up like 3 times, died with like fucking shrapnel in his leg when he was like 80 odd, so like years later. But like he took ownership of that. He imagine like going to World War II and being like, yeah, I'm going to avoid the draft because I'm anxious over fitting a donut into my calories. Like imagine that. Imagine that. Like that is literally the height of our civilization now, that we stress over the fact that you can't eat all the food that you want to eat. You know, like there's fucking kids starving in Africa that can't eat, full stop. And you're going, Jesus Christ, I can't fit some fucking Pop-Tarts in my diet. Like it's fucking bullshit. And
don't get us wrong, like things can be hard at times.
Oh fuck yeah.
There was a month there a while ago where I did kind of struggle with anxiety as such, but it's not like it was fucking like
you took
clinical
owner.
And I felt sorry for myself. Like I recognized that, like, Jesus, I'm not feeling myself. Like I'm generally a pretty happy, positive person. For a while I felt a bit fucking down, questioning a few things, but at the same time it was just like, I need to make some fucking calls, some decisions. I made those,
like
and
why?
now I'm
like
better
why?
for it.
Why are you feeling this way? It's like when you dropped out of college. I remember you messaged me and Larry, and you were like, "Look, lads, I'm thinking this, you know." And rather than going like avoiding the issue and letting it build up and, you know, ferment in your mind,
No, I was just like, I'm doing it.
But even still, you were like, "Okay, guys, what's your opinion on this?" You know. But at the end of the day, it was still your decision. You know, you were like, well, these are my thoughts. I'm going to voice them with someone, you know, and I don't really care about what they are telling me. More so, I care about voicing my thoughts, you know, so someone can go, that's actually fucking retarded, or that's intelligent. But back to like anxiety and like obesity and stuff, like we're not saying like, you know, fat shaming, like you're going, oh, like it's bad to be fat. Like fuck, like if you want to be 20% body fat, like that's fucking grand. Like no one really cares.
But the thing is, people don't, and it's made out
Yeah.
that people do, and that's the issue.
Yeah,
It's like,
but also it's like, okay, like we're not saying you have to be, you know, a bikini model, you have to be shredded glutes and whatever else. Like we're just saying healthy, you know. So in terms of that, like people just accept fatness and then they go, oh, it's a thyroid condition, or it's a thing. And you're like, did you get that diagnosed? What doctor diagnosed that? And they're like, oh no, I read an article and it said that, you know, a slow thyroid or low thyroid levels are going to cause me to be fat. And it's like, no, it's the excess of calories that you're eating that's causing you to be fat. You know, like it simply isn't that you have a glandular condition. Like some people do, but that's like
it's
0.01%,
like
it's,
literally.
yeah.
But like it just all comes back to this concept of like extreme ownership, and like it's to do with everything. Like people like ask us all the time, oh, how do you get up so early in the morning? You know, I'm really tired throughout my day, my energy levels dip and stuff. And it's like, yeah, they do for me as well, you know.
Yeah, oh, this is the one that gets me all the time. They're like, no, I like food. Like you don't like food. Like
you don't
I
understand.
like food.
You don't
No,
understand
you don't understand. I love food. Man, I fucking love food
and cravings, sugar cravings. When people say they have sugar cravings and they want chocolate so bad, it's like, yeah, so do I. I fucking love chocolate.
Chocolate's fucking delicious.
I fucking love a horny donut or 10.
Fucking.
I'd eat fucking 20 donuts if you wanted me to.
Unreal.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be fat. And like even
you have nutritional discipline. You're going, okay, that's not going to get me to my goals, and if I take that or I eat that, like that's gonna prevent me from getting to my goals. And you take ownership of that rather than going, oh, the donut slipped into my mouth. It just didn't.
And you're currently dieting, so you've lost how many kilos? Like 8?
Fucking 10.
Like fucking 8 or 10 kilos. I've lost like 6, 7 kilos. And like, would I like to eat more? Sure I would.
100%.
Do I have other things in life that make it kind of difficult to be hungry and maybe energy low sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Do you think it's nice to get up at like fucking 4 in the morning?
It fucking is. Your fucking ownership of your day. Like we've just been down and fucking had a walk. Like Marcus Aurelius said it. He's like fucking. He was literally the last of the 5 great emperors of Rome, and he literally was like, humans are supposed to be awake and alive. What the fuck are you doing cuddled under your bed, under your covers? Like fuck that. Like get the fuck up out of your bed and actually take ownership of your day. Like stop saying at like 4 o'clock in your day going, oh shit, I haven't got anything done. That's because you didn't plan for anything. You didn't literally, you just woke up and go, oh, today it's gonna happen, and regardless of if I do anything or if I do something, it's gonna be the same outcome. That's fucking bullshit.
But the thing is, everything is your fault. Like if something goes wrong for you today, it is your fault.
It's mine.
And it's the same if something goes wrong for me, it's my fault. And it's literally no one else's. So you need even the smallest of things, brushing them off as excuses for external circumstances. It's literally your fault, and it always is. Everything that goes wrong is your fault.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier on, like fucking my dad was in a car crash when he was like 25 or something, and like a van crashed into him, fucking got his hip replaced. Imagine being 25-year-old and going like, I'm 25. Imagine being like, oh yeah, fucking you're getting your hip replaced. You know, that squatting that you love doing, fucking see you later. He fucking loved playing football. Fucking catch you later to that. Imagine he was just like, nah, I'm going to be depressed for the rest of my life because of some external event that happened to me that I literally had no control over. Like, yeah, you can choose to be depressed, you can choose to be unhappy, and you can choose to be a victim of your circumstances, or you can choose to be a fucking savage. And I don't know about you, but I choose to be a fucking savage every single fucking day of the week, all the time. Yeah, so like people like to be, or like to say, I have this like mental masturbation that everyone is equal, but then they want to be treated differently. Like everyone's equal, but
you want to be unique as well.
I'm unique. You know, like, oh no, I'm unique, but we're equal. You know, you can't have both. Like
if you want to be a snowflake, act like one. Like being a snowflake is being this individual that is different to everyone else. Then act like one and stop expecting to be like treated equal to everyone else.
Yeah, like if you're not going to, like, there's like a social contract. If you're not going to partake in society, how can you expect that society is going to look after you? If you're like, I sit at home and I play Xbox all day and I'm overweight, like that's not my fault.
Nope.
You know, so why am I expected to feel sorry for you or to look after you? You know, that's fucking bullshit.
But then it's the healthcare system's fault for not dealing with obesity the correct way.
This is it.
When in reality, if we actually just stopped putting all of these things onto like external like fucking hospitals, etc. It's all their fault. Like if we just had a society where everyone fucking
Took
took
ownership
of their own shit, like you're in control for the most part. You're in control of your health. Like
This is actually the whole thing as well, right? Like when you have like a socialist society or a semi-socialist society, like it's good in ways in terms of like people get looked after and, you know, healthcare and, you know, social welfare and everything, and like I really agree with that. At the same time, I really disagree with it because it takes all the power out of the individual. Like back in the day when we didn't have all these social welfare programs and healthcare problems and everything, like people looked after each other. Like if you were like, oh, how's Mary down the street? Now you don't even know fucking Mary down the street because, you know, you don't have to look after her. Like you don't even care about her because you're like, oh, the government will look after someone else in society. Like there's someone else's role in society is to look after her. So they've taken the power out of the individual and put it in this figure that's out in the open that, you know, we don't actually know who it is. You know, it's someone else's problem, they can deal with it, you know. But like realistically, we're not all equal. When you think of it, like might is always right. Like everyone wants to say that, like, oh, we're all equal and everything, but like we're not equal. Like imagine you on the M50 driving along and a big fucking truck pulls up beside you and wants to overtake you. Like they can literally just push you off the road, no fucking bother. Like they literally, might is always right, they'll just drive straight through you, not a fucking second thought for fucking slicing you in half, you know? So saying that you want to be an individual but you want to take but never give, like that's fucking
all
bullshit.
These things are just like a massive like dichotomy. It's like even the whole like extreme ownership thing, and like, you know, if you want to be like, let's say, a good student, the best in your field when you graduate, then you need to be the one that actually takes charge of that.
Yeah.
Whereas what actually happens is that when people graduate, they're like, my degree was terrible, the education system's really bad. Whereas like college isn't there to teach you everything that you need to know.
It's to give you the tools.
It's to give you the critical thinking skills, it's to give you the tools, the resources, etc., for you to go and become the best version of yourself. But people think that because they got X points in their leaving cert, that then carries over into college and you're going to be the best in your field by some chance.
By osmosis, just because of the fact you went to fucking college. Just you were in the environment, so, oh, I was in the environment, so that means I got all the knowledge. Like, it's fucking bullshit. And we feel that people just have a hardship adversity. You know, as soon as something gets hard, they disappear. They don't put the work in. Yep. And this is why we actually really like training, the actual process of training, because it teaches you to man up, for want of a better word, in terms of like you can't progress in the gym unless you are actually chasing that hardship. Unless you are embracing that hardship, like you just simply won't progress. Like if you started training and you are benching 10 kilos and after 20, 30 weeks, you are still benching 10 kilos and saying, oh, it's so hard. Like you're just lying to yourself, you know? As soon as it starts getting hard, you stop, and that's why you're not progressing. What are your thoughts on the hardship aversion that people have?
I completely agree. Like I think like developing tolerance, whether it be to training or to studying or to whatever, like it's all pretty much the same thing. It's all an increased ability to discipline yourself towards tolerating those tasks. And like this is like one of the things I always tell people in relation to like even like getting up early or working harder and stuff. You can get better at all of those things. Like they are all skills that can be trained, that you can then progress at. So like, you know, you can make yourself better at not being a bitch. So like being a harder person as such, working harder, that can all be trained. You just need to actually endure it, and people can't
follow through. Yeah, like everything in life is a choice. Like you can either choose to be an absolute fucking savage, or you can choose to let your life rule you, let your life run you over, you know. And again,
we were saying earlier as well, like that, like all of this stuff, whether we're talking about study or work or training or just anything, it all comes down to a fault with discipline. Like that's literally
discipline
everything.
Is the start and finish.
Discipline is the path. And we spoke about this earlier in the week. I had a post on it about like motivation and how about like motivation is bullshit.
It's transient,
it's
fleeting,
completely transient. It's this state of like hyper vigor where you're all hyped up and trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this. No, we're going this way. So like it's this big state of hyper vigor where you're all hyped up and you've got all these great ideas, but ideas are fucking nothing without execution.
Yeah.
And that's where discipline comes into all this. Regardless of what you're talking about, training, study, work, entrepreneurship, it all comes down to discipline.
Yeah, like fuck, like this is the same thing. Like it stems from even like the religions we have. Like everyone always thinks of like, oh, I'm gonna die and I'm gonna go to heaven, and you know everything's gonna be pristine in heaven and perfect and homogeneous and like it's all happiness and sunshines, rainbows all the time. Fuck that. Even if heaven existed, like why are you wasting your life here now, which we know is real? Like we are physically right here now. This is all that we know for 100%. This is the here and now. This is the truth. And people kind of waste their life now in hopes of a better life in the future in terms of when you die in the afterlife. Fuck that. You only get one chance. Getting fucking 2 shots? Fucking no chance of that.
And again, I firmly believe that religion is just a fucking crutch. It is a crutch for people who are unable to actually take ownership. Like if you require a religion, a set of beliefs that everyone has, that your cult has, and you require the like, what would you say, fucking reinforcement of some magical man in the sky, then that just tells you straight out that you don't have the ability to actually take ownership of your own life, and you need to put the external accountability on an imaginary man in the sky. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah, like religion and philosophy originally started at the same thing, because religion was supposed to be a way for you to guide your life, and people have turned it into a way for their life to be guided.
Yes.
You know, so rather than going, oh, this is a way for me to live a better life, to enrich the society that I'm in, to be bound by societal rules and play the game and win the rewards that that game entails. No, people go, I'm bound by these rules, whether I do or I don't, I'm fucked, so I'm not even going to try. Like we were saying earlier on, people love to say, oh, I'm really intelligent or I'm really strong or whatever, but then they never fucking follow through. Like I can say right now, I'm the best footballer in the world. Like I genuinely, I can literally score goals like nobody else. Like the world has never even seen a footballer as good as me. Fucking, they're just words. It's fucking bullshit, you know? Like it's all great and well, like you sitting on your sofa at home going, yeah, I could do that, but you're fucking not doing it. So what's the difference between me and you? Fucking nothing.
And the thing is, like people like mistake what we're saying now for like a lack of caring. You don't care about someone, like just because you tell someone.
No, fuck this.
Listen,
I actually don't care. I actually don't care, right? Because you don't care about yourself.
But what I was gonna say is, like, if your like best friend or your mother, like for example, is like obese, and you're just like, oh, it's okay, you're completely beautiful the way you are, and you should accept that. You don't care about that person. You're just trying to satisfy them and comfort them in like, while dismissing their long-term health. Like that's not caring. It's this way.
Fair. Yeah, but it's like for people with smoking, you know, it's like, oh, it's all great and well saying like, oh, look, you have an addiction to cigarettes and, you know, something you can do about it. That's fucking bullshit. There is something you can do about it. Like, we know that's fucking probably the worst thing you can do for your health, yet we just accept it in society. Like, yeah, some people just smoke. Like, fuck that. I eventually have to pay for that with my taxes. Fuck that.
Fucking taxation is theft.
So, literally, why am I paying for you for a choice you made to fuck up your health? Like, fuck that.
Choices, choices, choices.
It's all a choice. Life is a choice. You can either choose to be fucking awesome, or you can choose to be a little bitch.
Because discipline is the path.
What's going on, fellas? Keep working hard, man. It don't come easy. You gotta go get it. All right? Work hard, you know, train hard. No bullshit.
There you go, boy.
Work hard, no bullshit. 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 Work hard,